Thank you very much, Senator Hagel. You may have been a buck sergeant, but General Jones, with all apologies, he seems to have some of the tendencies of a supreme Allied commander. The purpose of this evening each year is to gather the Atlantic community and its global friends together to celebrate the great values for which we stand. And the awards are given in the four areas that we've designated: policymaker, business leader, military commander, and great artist. I'm taking a lot of heat by my friends in the Fourth Estate that we aren't giving a journalist prize yet. But as Rupert Murdoch once told me when I went on too long with him about the virtue of the Pulitzer Prize, hi Rupert, love your newspapers. You give yourselves enough awards anyway, and I always thought the prizes in journalism were in lieu of higher salaries. I won't list all the Atlantic Council accomplishments this year, which were considerable, building on our mission of renewing the Atlantic community for 21st century global challenges. But I do want to list just a couple of names briefly who have been absolutely central to what has been the remarkable success of the Atlantic Council in the last months. Most importantly, I'm going to give you some news on 4 major new initiatives. And again, I'll briefly recognize those responsible for them, those who are responsible for them, having traveled from as far away as Bucharest, London, and one of the private apartments in this hotel. First, however, let me acknowledge our board of directors and the International Advisory Board members that are here. You'll see their impressive names in your program. They help in countless ways every day. They are the Atlantic Council. 18 members of the International Advisory Board are here, 65 members of the board of directors. If you could all please stand and let us applaud you briefly. Thank you for making my job so easy. I also want to thank, as did Senator Hagel, the Atlantic Council leadership, the program directors and their staffs, and congratulate you on a remarkable year. But here's the real news: 4 initiatives that say so much about where the Atlantic Council is going with its enhanced focus on global issues, energy, and economic issues to build even further on its long strength for 48 years on security. First, it is my great honor to publicly announce the launch of our Eurasia Energy Center and the 2 Dinu Patriciu Fellowships that are at its center. The 2 fellows who have been working since early this year are Center Director Boyko Nitsov and Alexandros Peterson. The Eurasia Energy Center will track the crucial energy-related developments of the Black Sea-Caspian region, which are of significance far beyond the region's borders. One of the center's primary vehicles will be an annual Black Sea Energy Forum. The inaugural meeting will be in Bucharest later this year. But I want you to give your thanks for this exciting initiative to Dinu Patriciu, an impressive and visionary business leader, thinker, and Atlanticist, a member of the Atlantic Council's International Advisory Board, and chairman of Ram Patrol Group. He has provided support to staff the new center with its 2 fellows. Dinu, if you could stand so we can thank you for your service and dedication and for making the trip from Bucharest. Second, and to be announced on this stage for the first time, it is my distinct honor to announce for the first time publicly the launch of the Michael Ansari Center for Atlantic African Partnership. Nowhere in the world could more determined U.S. and European common cause make more difference. The center's purpose will be to act as a think tank and a do tank to produce cutting-edge thinking about the continent's highest priorities and then proactively drive initiatives with measurable results about Africa's most urgent challenges. This initiative was a direct result of General Jones' chairmanship of the Atlantic Council. He just kept pestering me until we got it going. As many of you know, General Jones has been the crucial voice about the strategic importance of Africa. If you could, for just 1 second, honor for us the person who is behind this center, Our deepest gratitude for this initiative goes to our new board director, Michael Ansari. Founder of the center will be named after Michael. If you could stand, Michael. Michael is just the kind of board member you want, a remarkably successful, reflective, and principled industrialist, founder, chairman, president, and CEO of MIC Industries, and for very good reason, he also was bestowed the rare title of Honorary Marine by the Commandant of the United States Marine Corps. Michael, we thank you for your service to the Atlantic Council and, more important, to the United States. Third, and I'll be done quickly, third, it is my honor to announce our new South Asia Center, which was launched in January. As you see, there's a lot of action going on here. Nothing is more important to the Obama administration now in foreign policy than getting Pakistan and Afghanistan right. So it's impossible to miss the importance of that center. After working these issues in regard to Pakistan and Afghanistan, we now have inaugurated it to give it greater attention. Our initial work has focused on Pakistan and Afghanistan, but we're going to go much more broadly than that. India, Bangladesh, and also looking at the influence of Iran, of the Gulf, of China, and Central Asia. We're delighted to acknowledge founding members of the center who are here today. I wish you to recognize here Izzat Majid, who flew in from London as a principal sponsor of tonight's event, Muslam Lakhani, who is co-chair of tonight's event, as well as Frank Islam. Thank you very much, gentlemen. If you could stand briefly so we can honor you. Next. Fourth and finally, our Global Business and Economics program. We launched this program parallel to perhaps the biggest economic and financial dislocation of our lifetimes. Its director is Alexei Montserrat, who has come to us from the State Department, and his deputy, James O'Connor. Thanks go here in particular to the support of General Scowcroft. Thanks are also due to Deutsche Bank and our IAB member, Joe Ackerman, who, unlike many bankers, just had his contract extended yesterday for 3 years. General Scowcroft has provided invaluable support for our Strategic Advisors Group, together with Tom Enders of Airbus, the CEO of Airbus and IAB member, and Ralph Crosby of EADS, a member of our board. But at this point, and this is very important, if you just could quiet for 1 second, because at this point, and on behalf of the Atlantic Council staff, we want to thank you, General Scowcroft. We want to thank you, General Scowcroft, in a much larger sense for the many things you've done over the years for the Atlantic Council, seldom taking credit. General Scowcroft is a man who doesn't blow his own horn, much like the president you serve so well we're honoring tonight. So the consensus is that we're going to blow your horn for you. We owe you so much of tonight's success, but that's just the latest demonstration of your ongoing, consistent, and visionary commitment to the Atlantic Council. Please stand, General Scowcroft, so we can thank you. Finally, and this is lastly, I'm going to single out one individual at the Atlantic Council who leads an absolutely remarkable team in stunningly successful fashion. In a difficult economic year, this is the most successful awards dinner in the history of the Atlantic Council, both in terms of attendees and funds raised. As such, this evening is the most visible manifestation of her and her team's success. Anna Elias Anshami's Vice President for Development and External Affairs. Anna, please join me on the stage and take some applause from this audience.